If you had social media back in the day, man, how you feel like your game would have changed?
I don't know if it would have changed my game.
Whoa, when you dunked on Jordan,
that
would have been.
Yeah. I agree with
man,
you.
Think about how many hoes went on you just over. You was already hoes on you and shit. But yo,
I was married, so
okay.
I'm married. So.
Right.
But
same thing. Think about how many hoes. Yeah.
What's up? This is John Starks, and you checking out Thisis50.com.
Cash on delivery.
50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Starks. Yes! What a move by Starks, who was able to sky to the basket.
John Starks, what's going on, baby?
What's going on, bro? How you doing?
Yo, it is a pleasure and an honor to be in the presence of one of the top 10 New York Knicks best players of all time.
Thank you.
Yo, I'm over there. I'm inside the cigar lounge and whatnot, and I see the portrait of you dunking on Jordan.
Yeah.
I mean, there ain't too many people can say that.
Yeah.
And have you ever got a chance to play him like off camera? You know what I'm saying? Just behind the scenes, just you and him, real grimy, real gritty.
No, we never got that chance yet.
I was talking to Brian McKnight, and he
Okay.
was telling me he was watching him. The game that he plays off the court, like on regular street ball, is much crazier than the actual NBA game. And is it like that for yourself too? And why?
Well, I think it's more of freelance. There's a little bit more. You can just go out there. You don't have to play by certain rules, and you can just be yourself out there on the court. It's probably a little bit more intense, because you're playing street basketball, and it's a different type of game when you're playing street basketball. So it's a little bit more wide open, and it's not structured.
Now, when you was playing and whatnot, it seemed like it was a little bit more rougher than it is right now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it almost damn looked like prison ball. You know what I'm saying? Like the fouls were a lot more fragrant, and like a lot of players these days, they pretend like they got hit and lay out and all. It's almost WWE style.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, the rules has changed so much. It was more of a defensive-minded game back then. A little bit more physical back then. The referees will let you play a little bit more. You can hand check. You can, forearm shiver. You can do all the kinds of things that you can't do nowadays. Like you say, when guys get hit now, it's more acting, and more so than the aggressive play that we played back then. The game has evolved so much from the standpoint of it's a little bit more wide open style of basketball that they play nowadays, and the guys from athleticism is like crazy right now, because they've been training at a younger age than most guys was back in the day. I didn't touch weights until I got barely out of high school when I started lifting weights. Now these guys are training, 12 years old, and so the athleticism is incredible.
Whoa, that's crazy that you say that. Now, this is an age-old question right here. Dream Team versus 12.
Yeah.
Who you say win?
Oh, definitely Dream Team back in the day.
And why?
You know what? I think because guys understood the game and they played well together. And I think you're talking about Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Patrick Ewing, Akeem Olajuwon. I go on and on.
Right.
It's like crazy.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it was crazy back then. The Dream Team now, the big guys wasn't as skillful as the guys back then. So I would have to get a nod to, the original Dream Team.
Word. Do you even like basketball anymore? Is it still fun for you, like to watch? Are you just as excited as you was? Because even the stars don't seem like stars no more on the court, man.
Yeah. I still enjoy watching the game. I enjoy the game of basketball. I've been playing it ever since I was a little kid. So that's never going to change from my love for the game of basketball. So I enjoy these young players nowadays, and like the Westbrooks, the Carmelos, the LeBrons, Kevin Durant. I can go on and on. There's some very talented young players in this league. So I still enjoy the game, but obviously it was a totally different era back then, and the guys was just, I'm not sure. It was just a sensational game back when we played.
Word. Now, you work for the Knicks right now, and you played for the Knicks. Now, why y'all ain't win no championship, man?
Running out to the top. Starks cuts to the corner. The Inbounds to Ewing. Down to 3. Down to 2. Ewing. Not over the head. And it's all over. The Indiana Pacers have defeated the New York Knicks.
What was that all about? We ain't had a championship since like 70s.
Yeah, 73, I think. Last
73.
Time, yeah.
What was the common denominator? What was that component that's missing to get, you know what I'm saying, the Knicks there? What, is it the stadium? Is it Madison Square Garden? Do we need to move the game?
No, we don't need to move the stadium. Nah.
Oh, you sure that the
I'm
stadium
positive. I'm positive. It's not
Okay.
the stadium. It's not the stadium. New York is a pressure-filled town than most cities you play, even in LA, you know what I mean? It's a totally different heat that you play underneath here in New York. Basketball is king here in the city. You know, I know they had championships in football, you know, since the 70s, but basketball is king here. And so I think the intensity level is just at an all-time high in the city. You know, I'm not sure what it's going to take in order for us to win it. You know, when I played in '94, we had an opportunity to win. In '99, we had an opportunity to win. We haven't been back to the championship since 1999. But I think, you know, hopefully we can put together a team that can compete for a championship. But New York is just a different type of pressure. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Teams get away in any other cities that I didn't play it in. You don't have the media scrutiny that you have in other cities that you have in New York. So I think the pressure is just a little bit more than most cities.
And it's funny that you even say that because I'm seeing J.R. Smith out at the club one night, and people just walking up here in the streets like, man, what the fuck is wrong with you? You done lost your motherfucker like that. And I'm like, do he know him? He don't even know him.
Yeah.
And they get in your face like that. Like it's so near and dear to them, the game.
Yeah, the fans here in New York is passionate about New York Knicks basketball. And, you know, one thing I could honestly say about fans here in New York, they don't never say you, they say we. You know what I mean? Like they playing on the court. You know what I'm saying? And you appreciate that.
Shit.
Yeah. You don't hear that in any other city but New York. You know what I mean? They feel just like this, you know, with the team. And so that's why I say, you know, the pressure here is a lot more than any other.
Do you feel like that? Like today, as like it's we, even though you're not actively on the.
Yeah, always.
So you get inside their ass too, like.
Yeah. I don't go that far. Nah, I don't go that far. Nah, I don't go that far.
You know you was playing like a bitch out there.
I don't go that far. No. I try to be there for, you know, lend any advice that guys want, and when they come up and ask me, I try to lend any advice. And most players are like that, you know, that play for New York. You know what I mean? So I always feel, you know, connected with this team always, and connected with this city because we had some good times back in the '90s, and so. And that's never going to, you know, get outside of me. And so hopefully that we can get back to that run that we had in the 90s. And I feel that we can, you know. Obviously, we got our work cut out for us, and the field got his work cut out for him. But I feel like that he going to make some moves that really going to get us in position to really start competing for a championship.
It's gonna be a rough one, dog.
It's gonna be. It's tough, man.
You gotta move. Some chess pieces look like they need to be moving around a little bit.
Oh, for sure. You know what I mean? But that's part of the game of basketball. You know, you're gonna go through your runs, and then you're gonna have a down period. Right now, we're in a down period.
Was Jeremy Lin? Was he a fluke?
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, Bell back in the crib because I'm all in. Conversated, then I dug that hoe out. I fixed me some food and bone the hell out. 2 a.m. on the jizz out. I pause and I stiz out. I reminisce on that ass that I rizz out. Now I'm high as a kite. Yeah.